Hello guys, and welcome to a controversial video where I'm going to break a lot of people's hearts. I'll be considering both abilities and loadouts with how useful they are in the current missions, especially King Street because it's the only mission that currently has legend difficulty. Anyway, let's get started. At number 12, last place, we have Sapphire. Sapphire is the only character without a drill and she can't even pick difficult locks, which makes breaching immediately annoying in King Street. I mean, you can't even vent like the imposter from Among Us. But anyway, the bigger issue is that she's split between normal thief stuff and hacking, but while she has traversal too, she only gets one access point, which is very limiting, and she doesn't even have enough resources to hack the cameras. Overall, it's not that Sapphire is bad, but there's simply way better options for stealth. At number 11, we have Zircon. Zircon has a few loud perks that don't really contribute too much. He has rewiring, which is no longer useless with legend difficulty, but besides that, he just has bare bones hacking, a slightly better drill, and that's really kind of it. Now, the C4 can be good for partial stealth, I guess, but it's not like it's necessary or anything. I hate to put him this low because he's actually my favorite character, but he seems to be a bit confused about what kind of operator he wants to be. Number 10 is Moonstone, and she's basically like a slightly better Zircon. She has some pretty decent hacking, but without Traversal 2, she's not going to be as good as Amethyst, and outside of hacking, she just doesn't do a whole lot. At number 9, we have Citrine. Now look, I know a lot of people like this character, and he's alright, but he just doesn't have enough perks. I mean, he maxes out drill speed, even though he probably needs it the least, since he has two C4s. Now, the C4s can definitely be useful, but it also means he doesn't get a med kit, and again, he just doesn't have a lot of perks, so there's just many better options if you want a solid loud character. Number 8 is Opal. I would say he's only slightly better than Citrine, but he does have marginally better perks, and he actually gets a med kit. Additionally, the extra ammo, while not always necessary, it's just nice to have. Overall, he's pretty good, but the last two loud characters on this list are simply in a league of their own. Number 7 is Amethyst. Amethyst completely fails as a stealth character because she only has a suppressed S97, so you have to choose between having a visible gun or an unsuppressed gun. So why isn't she lower on the list? That's because she's the best hacker in the game by far. She can literally loop the cameras on King Street just from one access point in the first floor, and the whole marking thing can actually be pretty useful on the last floor, since you can see where guards are for a pretty big area. She may be a flawed character, but she's really good at what she does. Number 6 is Emerald. She's not actually that good for loud, because Executioner only affects headshots, which are one-shots anyway against normal units. But she's actually a pretty decent stealth character. With max agility and Undertaker, she's pretty good for doing things quickly, and with the suppressed S97, this incentivizes shooting pretty much everything. That being said, she also has Social Engineering 1, which lets you use the intercom, and she's lockpicking, even if it's not very fast. Overall, she's actually a pretty okay character for stealth, and if you fail stealth, she can somewhat do loud. Kicking off our top 5 is Ruby. Ruby has pickpocketing, the fastest lockpicking out of anyone, and also slower detection, which makes normal stealth a lot easier. Her specialization is okay, but not really that needed or anything, and she's limited by not having social engineering. She's a solid choice for stealth, but simply not the best. At number 4, we have everyone's favorite, the most basic and generic operator, Garnet. Garnet can basically do what Ruby does, but he also has social engineering too, which lets him use the intercom and all clear. This makes him a solid choice for stealth, but I wish he had more of a personality to go with it. Granted, that's not part of the rankings. Number 3, Peridot. As the only allowed character with a suppressed gun, she's actually pretty good for partial stealth, and she also has max intimidation, which is something not even the stealth characters have. She also has Perseverance 3 and Vitality 6, which makes her pretty difficult to kill. Now, the Reaper specialization isn't all that good unless you're missing your shots at close range, but she's still an amazing loud character, and the ability to do partial stealth gives her an edge. At number 2, we have the King of Stealth, Diamond. Diamond is very similar to Garnet, and while he does have slow lockpicking, he compensates with the Thespian specialization, which basically means you don't have to worry about anything once you get a disguise. This makes Diamond the safest choice for stealth, and when I was doing the challenges, I found myself going back to Diamond time and time again because he is simply that guy. But we still have one more operator, the best operator in the game. Number 1, him. Number 1, Aquamarine. I bet Aqua looks at Opal like, look at that loser over there. Why bring more ammo when you can bring a third gun? And in a game where you can't pick up weapons from enemies, this is especially important. And oh yeah, did I mention he can kick down doors? Overall, this character just feels like overkill, and it's great. Now, before you click off, I just want to mention that you should totally join my new Discord server, Unof's Secret Base, link in the description. It's an operator's themed server, and the only server where I'm currently active. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Unless Sapphire fans have something to say about it. All three of them.